Hi traders, and welcome to today's AUDJPY Securities Forex Market Analysis. My name is Duncan Cooper and I will be your host. Today we'll be focusing on the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen. So first we'll look at the news items coming out for the week, and then we'll have a look at the charts. Hi traders, just at forexfactory.com. Just want to review the news items coming out for the week. Now today I'm reviewing the Aussie Japanese yen, so I'm going to look at the news items that can affect that pair. So time is shown on Queensland time. And getting into Wednesday, 1 o'clock in the morning my time, Fed Chair Powell's testifying. That can definitely impact the market. Then into the morning, my time, 10:30 a.m. we've got the Australian GDP figure coming out. Later in the evening, 11:15 p.m. US ADP non-farm employment change. Then again, early Thursday morning my time, 1 a.m. Fed Chair Powell testifies. Same time, release of the ISM manufacturing PMI for the US. And then getting into Friday, the big one for the week is the US unemployment rate coming out 11:30 p.m. Friday evening my time. So just be aware of those items. They can definitely impact the Aussie Japanese yen. Let's get to the charts. Now, last reviewed this pair back on the 9th of November. And I was highlighting the fact that we might be getting a double top forming on the weekly chart, but we're on the monthly here, so let's just go through the trend. Monthly trend is still up. We've got a higher bottom moving up to a higher top, higher bottom moving up just to a further higher top. But at this area of resistance at 85.80, we are having a reversal, and we're on the last day of the month. So if we close down for the month, we've got a railroad tracks candlestick pattern here forming, and that would potentially show to us that we're going to have a further decline next month. Time will tell. So resistance is up at 85.80, support is down here at 77.85. If we do have a negative close at the bottom of the candle, this MACD may well cross down. That would be -2. Weekly, trend is still up on the weekly. We've got a higher bottom moving to a higher top where we failed at the monthly resistance level of 85.80. So trend on the weekly is still up. We'd really need to break below weekly support here at 78.83 to change that trend. However, MACD is quite clearly crossing down. And as well, we made a fractional higher top here, but on the MACD, quite clearly, it's not doing that. So a bit of negative divergence showing there in the indicator, which is maybe confirming the whole move down, maybe a longer move down over time. Time will tell. So possible double top forming here. We've had about 6 weeks decline now. Let's just put in support and resistance for the weekly. This is weekly support, 78.838. My resistance would be this old level of support here at 82.019. I always like to put in the exact numbers. Alright, so the trend is still up, but we're obviously reversing down from monthly resistance. Broken below this level of possible support for the market, didn't hold, so that's -2 at 82.019, and support at the moment would be 78.83 for the weekly chart. Alright, let's get into the daily. Now, we had a very negative day Friday with the Omicron virus hitting the market. So the trend on the daily, we've got lower tops and bottoms. We have a double top formed up here, minor, move to a lower bottom, lower top, lower bottom, minor lower top area here to a further lower bottom. So let's just put in support and resistance. Obviously as well, MACD is trending down, so everything's negative on the day chart. I'm expecting a rally in the short term after that big drop on Friday, so it's just going to reclaim some of those losses. So daily support would be just this last week's low, 80.44. And then daily resistance will just be above weekly resistance at 82.148. Alright, there we go. So I'm expecting a rally back up, hopefully, and then looking for an opportunity to sell. Now I'm just going to put a fib in across last week's range as well. And what I can see is the 62% level lines up nicely with daily resistance and also very close to weekly resistance. So I'm just going to drop this down to a 4-hour chart. So what I'm looking for is a rally. I'm just going to get my drawing tool in here. Ideally, what I'd like to see is price to come up and fail either at 82, the weekly resistance level, 82.01, or fail at the daily resistance level at 82.14. That level overlaps with the 62% fib retracement level, so that would be an ideal level to expect failure to occur. So if we rally, fail at that resistance area, we're going to be dropping down to a lower time frame looking for an opportunity to sell. Now if price doesn't rally, let me just clear that off and just squash my chart down a bit. If price doesn't get to that area, then I might have to adapt. So what price might do is it might come up a little bit short of the area that I'm looking for and then start to decline. So then if it starts to decline, I'm going to be looking for price to be putting in a lower top. When it starts to put in that lower top on the 4-hour chart, that's where I'm going to be looking for the opportunity to sell for the next move down. Okay. Now, that being said, if we can see an opportunity to get in for the decline, let me just tidy things up here. I'm going to go back to my day chart. There we go. First of all, if we can look for an opportunity to sell around about the 82 level up here, then my target for the move down would be down at weekly support in the short term at 78.83, and then to the weekly chart, if price can continue to break down, then if you want to hold a position for the weekly double top pattern, then just draw my fib in across that range. My long-term target for the double top pattern is all the way down here at 69.90. So if you could execute a trade against resistance at 82 and hold a position, it would be a great trade if we could trade all the way down to the 69.90 level long term. Obviously long term it's going to take a few months to get down there, if not 3 or 4. But if this double top pattern does hold and we can break below monthly support at 77.85 over the long term, then this is my long-term target down here at 69.90 for the weekly double top pattern. Okay, so first of all, waiting to see can price fail at 82 on a rally, and then looking for an opportunity to sell on a lower time frame. Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. Have a great trading week. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Want a real opportunity to improve your trading? Join Duncan Cooper in his free 15-part webinar series designed to help you improve all areas of your trading. The upcoming webinars for this week: 30th of November, how to use the MACD indicator in bull and bear markets and identify divergence. Discover how to use the MACD indicator, determine the underlying trend, and learn how to use the power of divergence. Duncan will finish by analyzing the live charts and take you through a MACD trend and divergence exercise. 1st of December, Forex trading, live market analysis. During this webinar, Duncan will review 12 currency pairs, determine the key support and resistance trading levels for the week ahead, discuss his favorite risk to reward trading opportunities, and answer your trading questions. 2nd of December, average true range and session opening times. During this webinar, you will learn about the average true range and how to use the today's projected high or low indicator. Plus, you will learn about market sessions and key opening times and knowing which pairs to trade. Register at the link below.